Vanya, thank you so much for launching Diana Madeline, the 2010 vintage here in Singapore. I mean, it was only launched last week in Australia, so we're really the first people outside Australia in the world to taste this. But tell us something, what is Cullen Diana Madeline?
Well, I'd like to think in a sense it's the essence of my mother. You know, she was a wonderful matriarch. She loved and was passionate about red wines, particularly great red wine. And my parents chose a great place to grow Cabernet Sauvignon. Cabernet Sauvignon's at home in Margaret River. And this wine represents that. You've got the wonderful sort of red fruits, blackcurrant, you know, the flowers, violets, roses, and the earth. So it represents a sense of place of a grape variety that's very happily grown in Margaret River. Yeah, the Diana Madeline, 40 years.
It's named after your mother, whom I first met together with you about 30 years ago.
Yeah, and I think too, Cabernet Sauvignon is often described as being a very cerebral wine. In actual fact, you know, the wine is about the heart, and so it's always about my mother, it's always about great wine. It comes from the land, and it's sort of speaks of the heart. Yeah, all of those things, which we all love about great wine.
But you also serve Kevin John Chardonnay, and of the same vintage. And what's that all about?
Yeah, well, Kevin John is my father, and of course it's unusual that you have a white wine named after your father and a red after your mother. But Dad started the great Chardonnay tasting in Margaret River that we've held at Cullen for 27 years now, where we've compared and benchmarked great Chardonnays from around the world with Margaret River wines. So the Kevin John is named after him because he so much wanted to make the greatest Chardonnay. But they're also, the wines they're certified biodynamic, carbon neutral, and the properties powered by wind. And so, you know, it's sort of a story about sustainability, quality, and custodianship of the land, and the legacy of my parents being carried forwards.
Vanya, thank you so much for speaking to Vino Videos.